Hey guys, this is Martin from TechBookpool, and today I'm bringing you an unboxing of the KEF AV100 speaker package. This is the package. It consists of the Q100, 2 pairs, the Q200c, the center speaker, and the Q400b, the subwoofer. Let's start from the top to bottom. The Q100. I have my handy knife. Let's open the box. So, in the box we have this little pack. As you can see in this pack, we have the bass reflex plugs. For wall mounting, we have these 2 rubber parts which you stick to the bottom of the speaker so that it doesn't touch the wall. We have the overview of the Q series and some basic instructions. We have the warranty. And we have some rubber things to put under the speaker so that they don't move. You can put them on a bookshelf. Let's put this back. Okay, so moving on. I forgot to mention that this speaker package is the one in white. Okay, these are the speakers. Away for you. Alright, so this is the beautiful KEF Q100 speaker in white. Let's take the grill off. Alright, so this is the grill. You can see here there is this KEF remove before use part and another one, and we have the speaker upside down. So this is what the speaker looks like from up close. Oops. And the second one. With the grill on. Here you can compare them. Alright, so I've cleared the space a bit, Here you can once again see the Q100s with the grill on and off. Let's continue with the second pair. It's the same story here. Once again, this pack with the bass reflex port plugs, the two bumpers for the rear of the speakers. Actually, let me show you where they would go. On the rear of the speaker, here, you can see where the speaker can be hangs on a wall. These are the terminals, and right over here is where you would put the bumpers, so that when the speaker hangs on this, it doesn't actually touch the wall with the cabinet itself, but with the bumpers. So once again, the Q100, these speakers will actually be the fronts and the rears. Last one. And again, let me put the grill off. Okay, so since I have this speaker here in front of me, let me tell you a little bit more about it, okay? So this driver over here is actually not a single driver, but it's a dual driver. You can see this is the mid-range and the bass driver, and right over here we have the tweeter. Now, this combination of having two drivers in one, it's called a coaxial driver. And the tweeter over here is very special because it has this strong part over here that actually protects the tweeter and it diffuses the high frequencies. It's what KEF calls the tangerine waveguide. This is the bass reflex port, and once again on the rear, this is a very important part of the speaker because these are the terminals. As you can see, there are 4 of those. So it's ready for bi-wiring or bi-amping, and it's a little bit different than other brands, what they do, because you have these 2 knobs, and when you unscrew the knobs, you actually disconnect the connection between these 2 parts inside the speaker, so you don't need any external wiring for bi-wiring. So when you single wire, you don't actually need an external part to connect these 2 speakers because it's all inside. Okay, let me put it over here. Right, okay, so this is the quad speaker package for the fronts and for the rears. It's actually an amazing combination because you have all the same driver, so you don't mix and match different kinds of drivers, and this creates a wonderful sphere of sound. let's continue with the center speaker. Alright, so we have the Q100s over there. Let's continue with the center speaker, the Q200c. Alright, so here in this package, it's a little bit different. We don't have the bass reflex plugs because this speaker actually does not have a bass reflex, and also we don't have the rear speaker bumpers because this speaker cannot be mounted on a wall. Instead, we just have the instruction manual and the warranty or the registration card. Let me put the box aside. Okay, let's get back to the Q200c. Alright, so this is the Q200c. As you can see at the rear of the speaker, we have again the very same terminals. Now let's take a look at what's behind this grill. Okay, so behind the grill, we can again see the UniQ driver, the coaxial driver, and on the left-hand side and right-hand side, we can see the bass drivers. Now, not both of these drivers are active. Only one is. It's actually, I think, this one on the left-hand side. The other one is only a passive radiator, which is there instead of the bass reflex. So this is actually a closed enclosure speaker. Okay, let's put it on the top. And let's continue with the Q400b. Alright, last but not least, we have the Q400b subwoofer. Here we have the instruction manual and the registration card. There is a brown box. Let's take a look at what's inside of it. Okay, so this is the power cable. And this is some plug show you. Alright, so this is the little bit that also came in the brown box. Now, what this actually is you imagine that this is the subwoofer. You plug it inside the subwoofer, and right over here you have these small terminals. They're labeled left plus, left minus, right plus, right minus. So what you would do is you would unscrew these four screws and you would plug here the wires that go from the receiver or from your amplifier, and then the subwoofer would actually get the signal directly and not as a 5.1 channel. So you could use actually this subwoofer in a setting where you have only a stereo amplifier. Okay, so let's put this aside and continue with the unboxing. This thing is heavy. This is the Q400 subwoofer. It's a pretty sturdy box, and let's take a look at what is behind the speaker grill. Wow, so there's this pretty good looking 10-inch driver. Now, let me show you what the feet look like. Okay, so these are the feet. This is what the rear looks like. So in the top left hand corner we have the line input, the left and right. Next to it we have the phase and equalization, the volume, the crossover, the on-off switch, and the power plug. Now, last thing I want to add is that this subwoofer, again, it doesn't have a bass reflex port. It's a entirely closed enclosure, so it gives you that deeper, tighter bass without the sound that a bass reflex port can sometimes make. Okay, let me put it over here. Okay, so this is the AV100 5.1 speaker package from KEF. The Q100s, Q200c, and the Q400b. Alright guys, thank you for watching. This has been another Tech Block Pool unboxing. See you next time.